Hey guys, it's Amarantha here. Been reading a lot lately on the forum post and the on seeing different videos from the Warlock communities, kind of up in fire and up in arms about the state and the gameplay and the overall feel of the Warlocks. Um, while I agree a lot has changed, a lot seems to be different. We're not in the state where we were last expansion, where you're gonna see gigantic numbers right off the bat. I feel, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people are freaking out, just because our numbers are not what they seem to be out the gate. They're going to be super high. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not always how it works. There's always going to be a class that seems to fall a little bit short of everybody else. Our damage is not terrible. Our output is not where it should be, but our damage is not gimped by any means. I don't feel that the current state of where warlocks are at are in such dire straits right now, and I seem to be getting that a lot and from different sources, different videos. The forums are just nasty with posts right now as far as that goes. So, I mean, in this video, I just want to kind of just just tell everybody to take a breath. I want everybody to take a step back for a moment. Yeah, we're not where monks are at. Yeah, we're not where demon hunters are at. Yeah, we're not where certain specs of shaman are at, or even hunters. But we're not gimp by any means. We're going to be middle of the pack right now, which is fine. We require within the. I mean, you got to put it in context where we're at. We are 3 weeks into the expansion. We are literally at the time of this video. It's the 22nd of September. Rating has been out for 2 days. They have just released the rating content. They have we don't have our balancing things have not really been pushed to their max just yet. They did make a couple quality of life increases for the warlocks, starting out warlocks from at 3 soul shards versus 1 soul shard. Fantastic quality of life increase. Great. It means our ramp time's a little bit less. our burst time can be up there. But you can play. I mean, and in any spec that you play, you can play a version of that spec that doesn't require you to get out a whole bunch of extra stuff. But being a ramp class is not a bad thing. There's several classes out there, several specs that can go and burst a ton, but then their sustain damage falls off dramatically. So we have, I mean, being a ramp class maybe doesn't mean that your burst potential is going to be high, which is fine. I'd rather not play a bursty class. Having the ability to do an extra 10,000, 12,000, 20,000 damage at any given time is fine. But I'd rather be sustained. I'd rather, if that means I'm going to be middle of the pack, then fine. My damage is not bad. My damage is not great, but middle 5, 6, okay. There's going to be fights where Warlock shines. There's going to be fights where other classes shine. But you know what? You're not in a bad spot. So everybody just kind of take a step back, take a breath. Let's wait to give a real current state of locks, or let's kind of see. Let's wait to give an opinion on let's see what happens when the set bonuses drop. When you start seeing people with 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. If you don't like the gameplay of Warlock as it states right now, then I hate to say it, but re-roll. That's the easy. You play to play a game. If you're not liking the way that the Warlock's feeling right now, then re-roll to something that is better suited for you. But at the same time, don't freak out because you're not topping the DPS meters. The DPS meters mean crap garbage at this time. We did 4 out of 7 normal last night. First night of our raid tier. Not great, but you know what? For the first night of raiding, everybody being kind of figuring out, we've had some new people into the raid group. Everybody kind of getting their feet wet again for raiding. Not a bad night. You know, I know there's guilds out there that are already clearing heroics, but they've also raided a lot more than we have. So, as far as like I said earlier, as far as the current state of locks and all of this freaking out, all of this, well, basically what it comes down to is people are upset that they're playing a class that's just not topping the numbers. They want to play a class that they basically want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to play a class where they want to see their name on the top of the meter charts. And again, if that's what you want to see, then don't play a Warlock right now. But I guarantee you, Warlocks have been and always will be one of the stronger DPSing classes by the time, throughout the expansion. It may take a little bit. There's going to be certain caps that we have to hit as far as stats in order to see that. And right now, unfortunately, it seems to me to be easier to gear crit and play Destro, or any class that requires crit or versatility. That seems to be easier to get that gear versus haste gear and mastery gear, which is 2 out of the 3 specs require that for Warlocks. You want haste, you want mastery for both affliction and demonology. So until we can normalize our numbers and get to the point where we are at the haste point that we need to be in order to have a soul shard generation count, for abundantly, count for really anything right now, then yeah, our damage is going to be a little bit lower. But again, we are only 2 days into raiding. We are only 3 weeks into this expansion. Calm down, chill out, relax, play the class that you want to play the spec that you want to play. And right now, Warlocks are in a good state. They really are. The gameplay of Demo is fine. It summoning all kinds of pets. If you feel like you're only summoning imps, like I've heard on a couple of videos, it is true, you do summon a lot of imps. They have talked about making imps last longer. I don't think that's a good idea. I think the expendables buff would come into play with that, and that would lessen that talent. So let's leave it be. Let's let things normalize a little bit. Let's get past the at least the first 2 weeks of raiding. Let everybody kind of catch their breath, see where we're at, and come back, and then let's make a solid state. Okay, we've cleared heroic a couple times. We're now working on mythic, and Warlocks are here. Not, we're 2 days into raiding, and we're freaking the hell out. Calm the hell down. You will be okay. Warlocks are fine. Trust me, Warlocks are fine. Like I said, I was about middle of the pack most of the night. The only time that I was not about middle of the pack is when I completely screwed up the spec. I went strictly to a no summoning extra pets, single target passive buff, and went for a couple of spells. I just wanted to try it out, and my damage went down to below the 10 mark. But overall, we were riding about 6, 7, 8, top 10 at least. So calm down, take a breath, chill out. Okay. I do apologize for the shortness of the video and the kind of rambliness of it, but I do appreciate you watching it. Appreciate you watching it. Again, if you like the videos, please like, comment, subscribe.